Everyone, my name is Catrice and I'm with Bantu Cola, and today I'm speaking with Barbara Calhoun, who is over Best Class Consultants. She is an up and rising new business, and we are super excited to have her here with us today. Hi, Barbara. How are you today?
Hello, good afternoon. How are you today?
All is well. Thank you for asking. So
Great.
you have a new and up and starting business. Talk to us about this business and what it is that you do.
So as you stated, Catrice, I am the CEO of Best Class Consultants, which is a technology company. We partner with quite a few different types of clients from government, from federal, state, local, as well as the public sector. We offer things such as software implementation, consulting, project management, business process improvement. We also provide things around web design, web development, just overall anything technology related. We are able to offer that. We offer cybersecurity solutions, infrastructure, network development. So we have quite a few different things that we're able to provide to our clients, just depending on what the need is. We also provide, we try to provide things with as it relates to at least 48 hours from the time that we're awarded. We're able to stand up a team if needed within a 48-hour period. So we try to capitalize on that. And even though we're a small company, we are a mighty force that's able to actually provide a lot of different solutions to our clients.
That's wonderful. My goodness, you do an awful lot. So, okay, what made you start this company?
So what actually forced me into the idea of this is because I was actually a consultant many years ago in my own portfolio, and I was able to be a consultant and provide. I was a resource for other companies that were doing similar things that I was doing. And I decided to go into corporate America for over 20 years. And then once I got out there and experienced the corporate America world, I decided to also go back into consulting. And I was like, well, there's not a lot of minority presence when it comes to technology.
Absolutely.
And when it comes to us owning the companies itself. Now, we may be present as far as being the resource, but we're not present when it comes to actually being the prime touch point or the company that's actually providing these solutions in place. So I decided to go ahead and take an opportunity and step out on faith, and decided to open up my own consulting company instead of just being a resource for a company, but to actually be the company that provided those resources.
That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Wow. Okay, so with that being said, how does that affect the Gulf Coast area as far as business is concerned?
So I think that it's a great impact because not only do I have the for-profit Best Class Consultants, but I'm also developing a not-for-profit arm to the Best Class Consultants, which is BC2 Foundation. And so I think how it impacts the greater Gulf Coast area is because I see that there's a need out there for, again, a lot of our high school students or a lot of our college students, they are lacking hands-on experience and hands-on knowledge. They may have the textbook knowledge, but they are lacking opportunities to get that hands-on experience to correlate with what they've learned from a textbook perspective. Absolutely. And with me being a small company and able to basically turn solutions quickly and take on smaller pieces of the pie where some of the bigger corporations may not be interested in those opportunities. Right. I'm then able to partner with some of those newly graduating college students, newly graduating high school students that want to kind of figure out if technology is really the realm or the industry that they're interested in. I'm able to partner with them and provide them maybe some opportunities hands-on, even though the pay may not be that great for that level of technology and that level of role. it's an opportunity for them to get that hands-on experience, so that when they are ready to truly step out into the industry, they have both the textbook and the degree and the diplomas and things like that, along with the I actually have done this type of work.
Okay. Okay. So they'll walk away with the education and the training at the same time.
Exactly. And I think that that's one of the benefits that my company offers in this industry and in the Gulf Coast area, because I try to find those opportunities to where I can partner with some of those individuals and bring them in on an entry level basis, so that they can then go and, you know, and ask for a better salary or a better, you know, rate down the road.
Absolutely. That is phenomenal. So, as opposed to your competitor, what are some of the benefits that they offer, that you offer, that you think would be different from your competitor?
I kind of already mentioned it a little bit in my response earlier, in the sense that because I am a small company and I am looking for those opportunities that some of the bigger players may not be interested in, it does allow me to be quick to market. It allows me to manage the opportunity quicker and a little bit more agility around being flexible and coming to the table with a solution quickly, with a resource that's, you know, that's available right now. Also, you know, I hate to say this, but it is still a truth of the matter. I am a minority, and sometimes that allows me to have an automatic trust with those that look like me, or those that are familiar with my culture or my way of thinking, which may be a little bit different than, say, someone else. So I have the ability to bring to the table a little bit more diverse group of people, because I'm able to provide a little bit more diversity as it relates to culture and the ways of thinking about things and the ways of approaching a particular idea. Not only that, but because of the network that I have created and the partnerships that I have created, I'm also able to provide and meet a need as it relates to some companies need to be able to say that they have employed veterans, or military veterans or minority veterans, things of that nature. And even though I personally am not a veteran, my network and my resource pool consists of quite a few veterans and those that have a military background and things of that nature. So I think that in some ways I am a little bit different structured, and able to provide my clients with and meeting not only their technology needs, but maybe some of their supplier diversity needs and human resource needs and things of that nature.
Okay. So, question, do you partner with government agencies? Where do you get your clientele from?
So right now I am in the process of registering with different federal and state and local governments. So I go out and I register with those entities, and I start getting proposals based on what they are looking for, what they're requesting. And I'm able to go in and bid on certain things based on the need. If it's something that I feel like I can provide or supply, I can go in and actually put in a proposal. So I am registering. My goal is to eventually become a national presence, but right now I am limited to just a few states based on places that I've lived or based on places that I have already a network developed.
Okay. Okay. Does that also apply to the corporate America as well? Do you have
Yes,
connections?
so I have more exposure to corporate America here where I live locally in the state of Florida, only because that's where I live, and that's, that's where I'm able to provide visibility to myself and to my company.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to corporate, I'm more visible in the Florida area, but it is also my goal to eventually become very visible with the corporate side of things, the public sector in these states where I have more government.
What are some of your goals that you have for your company, if you don't mind me asking?
Sure. So one of the goals that I would love to have for my company is a couple of things. Because I do work a lot with the government and federal entities, state and local, I would love to eventually get to a place where my company is able to actually sponsor security clearances for my employees. And that, and I know that will take time. And I know that there's a lot of criteria that you have to meet in order to do that. But that's a long-term goal for my company, is to be able to be that company that can provide sponsorship at some point. And that will open a lot of opportunities for not only our minority resources, but also myself as a company as a whole, because there's a lot of government opportunities out there that they're looking for people to fill jobs and to do work. But one of the criteria is you have to have a clearance, different levels, of course, depending on the job. But right now, we can't even play in the sandbox because we don't have the clearances that we need. And the catch is most of the jobs want you to have an active clearance. But in order to have an active clearance, you also have to be working in the industry. So it's kind of a catch-22. You can't get the clearance if you're not working, but then you can't work if you don't have the clearance. So it's one of those things. So that's one of my long-term goals, is to figure out ways to be able to allow best class consultants to fill that gap and that void.
Absolutely.
A short-term goal is to be able to at least bring in, I would love to, by the end of 2024, be able to at least bring in 5 contracts for the company. If they're smaller contracts, of course, that number would be bigger, but I would love to bring in at least five $500,000 contracts to the company.
It's doable. It's doable. One last question, and then after that, I'll let you go.
Okay.
The first question is, tell us a little bit about your personal background in this.
Okay. So I personally have a background in project management, have been a project manager for over 20 years. I've done program management as well and portfolio management, but my main focus is around project management and senior project management work. It's all been in the technology operations vein. So I do a lot of business optimization, process improvements, automation, legacy system retirement, things of that nature, where companies are looking to retire old technology and bring on new, whether that is in-house technology that was developed or a third-party technology. So that's where my focus has been really for the last 20 years, around automation and process improvement and things of that nature. So that's my background. I also am a certified Scrum Master, to where I am certified to do Agile. So I've been certified in Scrum and Agile for over 7 or 8 years. And so I have that background as well.
So a lot of people that are technology oriented know what Scrum is, but for those that don't know what Scrum is, can you give like a small definition of what that means?
Sure. So most of the time when you see people in the technology industry, they're used to getting some requirements, and then they work with the client all the way through to the delivery of the entire requirement, whatever that is, all the requirements that have been listed by the client. And we then produce a final product and say, here you go at the end of it all, whether that's 6 months later or a year later or whatever. That's your typical, what they call waterfall model. With Scrum, the difference in Scrum or Agile is we take little chunks of things and deliver a part of the solution every couple of weeks. So instead of just delivering a product at the very, very end and saying, oh, was this what you wanted? And we've spent 6 months and it's not even exactly what the client wanted. Every 2 to 4 weeks, we're delivering something based off of a need that's part of the overall project.
Okay.
So we're able to deliver some type of working solution every 2 to 4 weeks that's going to eventually turn into the grand scheme of the big picture. But every 2 to 4 weeks, you're getting something that's workable, that you're able to adopt. The client is able to adopt that functionality.
Wow.
And then we keep building on it. And that's the difference between an agile environment, or what Scrum is, and waterfall. Waterfall is you deliver it all at one time, however long it takes, and you deliver it at once, and the client sees it for the first time at the end of that time frame. Scrum/Agile is we're delivering bits and pieces every single 2 to 4 weeks, whatever time frame is decided upon, and we're delivering something that's workable. And so if there's less throwaway work, less redo, things of that nature. So it's basically you're operating in what's called a sprint environment. We're sprinting every couple of weeks. We're working on something. The client wants this particular thing. We're working on that particular thing, and we're delivering a piece of it. And then we're saying, is this really what you want? Does it meet the need? And then we build on that to get the next part of that big picture accomplished. And we're doing that every sprint, every so many weeks, until the final thing is completely delivered. And, we keep moving.
That is very powerful information. Okay, so with that being said, tell us a little bit about where you're located. Give us some of your contact information.
Okay, so I am located in Pensacola, Florida. The company is located here. However, like I said, I am moving towards a national presence. So even if I have clients that may be in other states, we are able to provide, solutions outside of this area. But we are here in Pensacola, Florida. My contact information, you can always reach me at bestclassconsultants@gmail.com if it's just something personal you want to ask. However, if it's something business related, my business email is bc2@bestclassconsultants.com. And all of this is located on my website, which is bestclassconsultants.com, www.bestclassconsultants.com. People can reach me there. They can set up an appointment with me on my website. They can set up an appointment with, depending on what the need is, someone from our office, our staff will be in touch to set up whatever the need is. They can upload their resumes if they're interested in being considered as part of our database, as a pool of resources. They can upload that resume, and when opportunities do come about, I pull from the resumes that are in my database based on criteria and roles. So please feel free to check out my website, and the phone number is 850-483-0650. If I don't answer, or if a staff member does not answer at the moment, please feel free to leave a voicemail and someone will be back in touch.
Thank you. So guys, you heard it first from Barbara Calhoun. She is doing great things in Pensacola. You definitely want to be a part of what she's doing. If you are looking for a job, or you're trying to broaden your horizons as a college student, Definitely submit your resume to her. She'll take a look at it and see how she can fit you in so that you're able to make some money and be able to get the experience you're looking for. Also, if you're interested in learning more about Bantu Cola, please, 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 please go on bantucola.com and look at the information that we have there. We have news outlets, we have all kinds of businesses that are there. Barbara is a part of our partnership, and we appreciate her being on today. Thank you, Barbara, for your time. It was really awesome talking with you.
It's been a pleasure, absolutely. And again, it's not just for college students, so if you are also an experienced technology resource and you have a particular skill set that you would like to market, please upload your resume and let me know.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time again. Have a wonderful day, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.